All right. Okay. Today we are back with a brand new anime series. Fruits Basket, which again is a very unique name. You would expect it to read Fruit Baskets.
Right.
Fruits Basket without an apostrophe.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
I am beyond intrigued, brother. Not only by the name, but also by the fact that this was the most voted on anime series by far that we have had on any poll up to this point, brother.
Yeah.
Fruits Basket won our recent Thursday poll with 671 votes.
The people came out of the woodwork.
Unexpectedly.
Yeah.
At least to us.
Well, look, early on, Kuroko no Basket was winning.
Yep.
Literally for like an hour or two.
Yeah.
And then you just started seeing Fruits Basket just climb and climb. And now it blew out Spy Family, Kuroko no Basket, and Blue Lock by literally over 400 votes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not going to lie. I had never heard of Fruits Basket before we put it on this poll. And before some of our patrons started putting it on our radar.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it. But I'm glad we're here, Jared, and we have hundreds of comments from people telling us how Fruits Basket is going to be an emotional roller coaster. An incredible journey and a different journey.
Right.
From the ones we've been on so far. So how about we read maybe 2 comments that were left underneath the poll? Let's go. Let's do it.
So our first comment comes to us from the lovely J18. And Jordan, this is a lengthy one.
Yeah.
Maybe we can divvy it up.
Let's do it.
J18 writes, J&J, please read. Seeing as Fruits Basket completely annihilated this poll, I decided to make this post to give insight, but also to personally thank you for even putting it on here and giving it a chance. I literally cried over this.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hopefully you are reacting to Fruits Basket 2019, as this is the completed series with 3 seasons. This will be your first shoujo anime. So here is what that means. Anime that is typically aimed at a female audience, but many men enjoy it as well, including my brother, who is more of a shonen watcher. Haha. Just as women often enjoy shonen anime, which is usually geared toward males, for example, JJK, Naruto, FMAB, etc. Common themes in shoujo include romance, friendship, personal struggles, and coming-of-age stories. All topics that I love.
Absolutely.
Which we also refer to as slice of life genre.
Yeah.
In anime, and they tend to be slow burns. Listen, just the fact that they have to sort of separate shoujo from shonen.
Yeah.
Right? That feels off to me. Right? This description that Jay provides, slice of life, it's something that we've constantly found ourselves coming back to.
Yeah.
Right? When we've seen little bits of slice of life in Haikyuu or other series. Like, we're attracted to that.
I think it's the sociology majors in us. Like,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
love that just real slice of life.
Right.
Any type of content that shows you reality.
Yeah.
Or has a storyline behind it.
Yeah.
We love it.
Jay continues, I recommend this one specifically because of your analytical skills, as these characters are far from two-dimensional and all, even the background characters, have a story that gets a deep dive and or true appreciation.
Okay.
Ooh, Jay, you are exciting me even more.
Yeah.
Jay continues, fun fact, in Japanese folklore, folding 1,000 paper cranes is said to grant a wish. So the author of Fruba, is that Fruits Basket?
I think so. That's the nickname for it.
Fruba,
Fruba.
Natsuki Takaya, said she would always receive fan letters and art begging for a continuation of the series once the manga was completed, back when we only had the 2001 version to watch that ended in the middle of the manga. So she jokingly said she would mark it for a reboot if she received 1,000 paper cranes.
Wow.
Funny enough, fans folded 1,000 paper cranes and sent them to Studio Dean and Haku Sensha, along with photos of the series, and this helped persuade her. And because she loved the English voice actors of the 2001 version, she begged and insisted on them being recasted in the reboot, and they were, with the exception of a few. Another reason to watch the dub, though I don't mind the sub either.
That's been a hot topic debate in the comments, Drew.
Oh my, Jay, you are incredibly knowledgeable about this series.
Yeah.
And I've seen Jay comment like 100 times since we put Fruits Basket on the poll. Wow. I'm ready.
Yeah. Keep commenting in, Jay. You want me to take this last paragraph?
You got it.
Jay continues, quick tips. Don't look up the show. I am speaking mainly to you, Jordan. I do have a tendency to want to look up at least just a little description before we hop in, but I'll heed the advice, Jay. All synopses contain major spoilers. If you have to scratch your itch, you may read the episode description for episode number 1. You know what? I'm not even going to do that. We ain't even going to do that, Jay. Also, Furuba or Fruba are Fruits Basket's nicknames, and FB is also used in reference to it.
Oh, wow. This may have been the original FB.
Exactly. Now, I was going to say, when we think of FB, we think of Facebook.
Yeah.
But now, this is Fruits Basket. I will most likely be posting a lot of info to help you along your journey. I hope you will eventually come to see why we all love and enjoy Fruits Basket so much. It may rip your heart out and stomp all over it, but it will also fix it up and put it back in, good as new, and for some, even for the better.
Wow.
Hell of a description. That right there should be the first episode description. I'm all in, Jay. Jay says here, and I promise that not all of my comments will be this long. Just give me my moment. Haha. So sit back, kick your feet up, and enjoy the heart-warming roller coaster that is Fruits Basket.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Jared, this is going to be a hell of a journey.
I think we found one.
I think we found one, brother. And the fact that this is our first shoujo, is it pronounced shoujo or shoujo?
I think shoujo.
Okay.
I don't know if the J is silent.
Yeah, the fact that it's our first in that genre is crazy.
Yeah.
We hit a gold mine over here. Yeah. All right, thank you so much, Jay. Let's read one final comment before we jump in. And it comes from the one and only Slim Shady. And Slim Shady writes, I prefer the dub. Sorry. Voice acting cast for the English dub is goated for sure. Love the performances. Seeing their growth from 2001 to 2019 is honestly so underrated. I don't watch many dubs, but Fruits Basket dub is special. They are really good. And J&J, I'd recommend the 2019 version of Fruits Basket. It's a complete adaptation of the manga and does an amazing job telling the story. Can't wait. So as we mentioned, Jared, that's been a topic that has been sort of contentious. A lot of people say we should watch the dub, and a lot of people also say we should watch the sub.
Yeah.
And we've learned that with a lot of anime series, that's usually the case, especially when the dub is just as good as the sub.
Yeah.
So we talked beforehand. Based on comments like Slim Shady's and comments like Jay's, we're going to start with the dub. Now, if people really want us to check out the sub or change to the sub, at some point we'll maybe reconsider.
Right. And maybe what we can even do, if we continue to see the split of dub, sub, maybe we can put out a poll.
I like that idea.
Right? Because then it's definite. Boom.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. J18, Slim Shady, and all of you beautiful human beings who commented. Thank you so much for your insight. Thank you so much for your excitement.
Yeah.
Jordan, this is going to be a hell of a roller coaster ride, based on what everyone's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you can never rewatch the first episode of a series again. You can technically, but you can never rewatch it for the first time.
Yeah.
So let's enjoy this.
Let's do it, brother. And as you mentioned, so many people shared their feelings about Fruits Basket.
Yeah.
So we couldn't get to all of your comments today, but keep writing in because we hope to share this journey with all of you. Share our reactions. Get to know more about you. Learn your perspective, your insight. So comment in and we'll be reading comments each episode or each reaction. Jared, let's hop in, man.
Come on.
Sit back and enjoy, everybody. This is our first time ever watching Fruits Basket. Let's hop in to episode number 1 of season number 1. This one is titled See You After School. Here we go. Let's go. Get ready to write names, Jared.
Yeah.
Another banquet and another. I'll hold banquet after banquet, an eternal series of gatherings, forever unchanging. I may be lonely now, but I won't despair, because everyone is waiting for me. On the other side of that promise. Words spoken in the long-distant past, lost in the years that followed. The original memory, forgotten by everyone.
Is that a puppy or a cat?
Looks like a cat.
Promise.
The original promise.
Where's the fruit basket?
Days start to cool off in mid-September, but it looks like we're in for another hot one. Alright, you look after my things while I'm gone. Okay, Mom?
Oh,
Did she say mom?
yeah.
I'll see you after school.
Her mom might be dead.
Passed away.
I still have plenty of time before I need to get to class, so I think I'll explore the area a little bit.
Such an optimistic tone
Yeah.
of voice. Oh, wow.
The breeze feels so good. A new discovery. I didn't know there was a house here. How cute.
Hello. This is a surprise. We don't get a lot of young girls wandering around here.
Good morning, sir. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have been looking around without permission.
It's fine. I just wouldn't imagine that a teenager like yourself would find this place interesting.
No, I really do, though. Especially these Zodiac figurines you've got. Adorable.
Yes, they're a favorite of mine too, actually.
Except, it looks like another set without the cat.
The cat? Oh, right. I see. You're thinking about the old Zodiac folk tale, aren't you?
Uh-huh. My mom would tell it to me over and over when I was little.
Once upon a time, God made an invitation to the animals. God said, I'm having a banquet tomorrow and all of you are invited to come. But the rat was mischievous and loved to play pranks. He lied to his neighbor, the cat, telling him the banquet was actually the day after tomorrow. On the day of the banquet, the rat rode on the ox's back, then leapt easily down to arrive first at their destination. After him came the ox, the tiger, and the rest of the animals. And they all feasted merrily until dawn.
Except for the cat.
That is, except the cat. Tohru, why the heck are you crying?
Tohru.
Tohru.
Poor cat, how sad. Okay, that's it. From now on, I'm a cat, not a dog.
What's it say?
Trying to say that she'll switch her birth year from the dog to the cat.
Okay.
Maybe a little context as far as birth years that we don't know there.
So her name is Tohru.
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 If he heard that little story, I wonder how he'd feel.
Pardon?
So then, year of the dog. That makes me feel so much closer to you already. After all, I'm a dog.
What?
Will you at least try
Oh.
to control your baser urges, Miss Honda? Hello.
It's
I hope
Honda.
my cousin here hasn't frightened you too badly.
Wait, Soma, why are you here? I mean,
What do you have
good
in
morning.
there? Dictionary or something?
What name did she say?
Som.
Soma, why are you
Soma?
here? I mean,
What do you have
Wait,
in
one more
there?
time.
Dictionary or hasn't frightened you too badly.
wait, Soma, why are you here?
Selma?
Soma, I believe.
Dictionary or something? Two dictionaries, actually. Morning. What's this? You two know each other? Miss Honda and I are in the same class.
I'm
Oh,
Honda.
okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Same here. My name's Shigure Soma. Yuki's my little
Ah,
cousin. What
Yuki. Okay. Yuki.
so it's Yuki Soma and Shigure Soma, they say.
Okay. And I know Crunchyroll offers
Yeah.
English CC, but we were told by one of our patrons to not use the English CC because annotations, I believe, like the one we
Right.
just saw, would not be translated.
Yeah.
But maybe we can click English CC right now to get these names, and then maybe you all can let us know
Yeah.
what to do going forward. Let's grab these names real quick. Can you go back for me?
Yep.
With a H. Tohru.
You two know each other? Miss Honda and I are in the same class.
I'm Tohru Honda.
Honda.
Nice to meet you.
Same here. My name's Shigure Soma.
Shigure.
Shigure Soma. So it must be Shigure Soma and Yuki Soma?
Yep.
Okay. Yuki's my little cousin. All right. So Yuki and Tohru are in the same class.
Soma. Yuki's my little cousin. What brings you to our house this morning?
I live around here, that's all.
Around here? Really? You do?
Well, I'll just be going.
Miss Honda,
Yes?
you're headed to school? Why don't we walk together?
He's got that soothing voice.
Explain. What is the meaning of this? I'm sorry? Don't you know me? You should. I'm Prince Yuki's representative.
Prince.
Kawa.
We got another game. Name, Jordan.
Go back for me real quick.
Never misappropriate Prince.
Let's see. All right.
Should. I'm Prince Yuki's.
Prince Yuki's representative, Motoko Minagawa.
Representative.
Yeah,
Prince.
right. Prince Yuki's rep. This looks like Mean Girls right here.
Yeah. Prince Yuki's representative. Maybe we just keep him on for now.
Yeah. Almost thought she was the teacher.
Representative Motoko Minagawa. Oh, Prince Yuki?
Right.
Core principles? Never misappropriate Prince Yuki's personal effects. Never enter Prince Yuki's home without permission.
What?
Speak to Prince Yuki without someone else present. Do you understand? We in the Prince Yuki Club are dedicated to worshipping the prince who has graced our school with his presence. Miss Honda, you have publicly disregarded the regulations we painstakingly crafted for his protection. Now, we expect an extremely thorough...
Yuki must have that freaking.
I swear it was a coincidence, that's all. Yuki Soma. He's only a first year and he's pretty quiet, but thanks to his good looks, he's already like the prince. If that were a good enough excuse, we wouldn't need the club now, would we?
Hey, don't pick a fight over something stupid just because your ego got bruised.
Like you're one to talk, you delinquents think that making threats solves everything! I'll use my waves, so play nice.
Oh, they're scared.
Thank you so much, really. You saved me.
You poor thing cornered by
Mean Girls.
The wave thing, Hanajima.
Hanajima.
And I believe her name was Uotani.
Uotani.
Coming to
Yeah.
school with the prince like that.
Yeah, I was so nervous. Soma is almost too beautiful. You know, there's something about his waves that I find rather strange.
Another installment of Hanajima's wave report.
Strange in what way?
That's the thing, I'm not quite sure. He does kind of give off a mysterious vibe. I heard a second year confessed her love to him a while back and went in for a hug. He sent her
Oh,
Really?
danced his way out of there.
I wonder why.
All right, you three. Your hands should be moving, not your mouths. You're done?
Yeah, it's not like it's rocket science.
Don't you talk to me like that when I know full well that Miss Honda did all the work.
The rice is done now, too.
Fine.
Anyway, Tohru, Hanajima and I are going shopping after school today. You want to come?
Sorry, I would, but I have to work.
Man, you got a raw deal. Having to work yourself half to death because you promised to pay your own tuition?
You work almost daily. That's kind of a lot just for tuition. Don't you think so? Here, extra large.
Oh boy.
Well, I'd like to live by myself after I graduate, and housing can be expensive. So that means I have to start saving up now.
I don't want to get all weepy, so start eating and build up your strength.
Yes, ma'am.
You're offering like you're the one who cooked the food.
For now,
Right.
you're still staying at your grandpa's place, aren't you?
Yeah.
That old geezer had better be feeding you well at least. And not squeezing all your wages out of you either.
Exceptional. I can't tell her. If Uo knew I was living in a
Ah.
tent, she might drive her motorcycle straight into my grandfather's house and start demanding answers.
Okay, can I pause real quick?
Yeah.
So we learned that she's living in a tent.
Yeah.
And that's what we saw in the beginning.
Yeah.
Is this high school or college?
I think it's high school.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's a teenage girl.
Yeah. And she's talking about paying tuition, working to pay her own
Right.
tuition.
Maybe like a private school.
Okay.
She seems like an incredibly independent young lady.
Yeah.
And I wonder if this is like her first day of school at this school.
And I'm thinking back to the picture of her mom.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to learn what she has been through. Like,
Yeah.
how did her mom pass away, if that's the case?
Yeah.
Or is she just gone from the picture?
Right.
And then we have our guy, Prince
Oh boy.
Yuki, Jared, a.k.a. Prince Rizzy. Man, he's got Riz.
AKA cult leader. This man has created a cult club at school.
Yeah.
I don't know what power he has placed on these women.
They say it's just his looks. But, man,
You heard his voice?
I know. He's probably hypnotizing.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving.
Soma, thank you for this morning.
Speaking of Yuki,
Apologizing for Shigure.
Oh no, not at all. He's a very nice person. And he even let me look at his cute Zodiac figurines.
That's right. I believe you were saying something about being a cat.
Yeah, I was kind of a strange little kid. Sorry.
Cat is an idiot.
Oh.
Stubborn, too. Did you know the Zodiac animals actually began as part of a system for telling time? They were first used as clock divisions. Later, yin and yang and elemental relationships were folded in, and they became fortune-telling tools. The truth is, the math never left any room for the cat to begin with. But honestly, I think that's for the best anyway. I mean, being allowed to join the Zodiac? What's so great about that? Better to be alone. Stupid cat.
Sorry, but I don't really understand. Are you trying to say you hate cats?
uh-oh. He's working his magic, Jared.
Yeah. He's going to say, I am a cat.
He's gonna say,
Oh.
Oh no, I'm sorry. We have to hurry up and get to work.
Miss Honda,
Yes?
there hasn't been much color in your face today. And it's still so hot. You should be careful not to push yourself too hard.
This guy.
Rizzy Soma.
Yeah.
An intelligent prince. Charming.
When I was 3 years old, my dad got sick and died.
Hmm.
After that, Mom worked super hard to support us, and I helped out whenever I could.
3?
Sweet Tohru, your mama is hungry for sukiyaki today. Sukiyaki!
Mom was always there to protect me. She was so strong, so cheerful. I never thought someone like her
Damn.
There it is.
like that.
There it is, man.
Oh no.
So her mama and dad are
We argued about who should take me in, but in the end, my grandpa was the one to do it. Dinner's ready, Grandpa. He's living on a pension now, and I didn't want to be a burden.
Oh, so
I
she
promised that
left.
I would pay my own tuition and living expenses.
Maybe.
So I'm Tohru. That all happened in May.
Kyoko, dear, my daughter and her family are going to be moving in here, but
Aw.
first I'm having some renovations, so I plan to stay with them for a bit.
damn.
I suppose we could both live at their place until the construction is finished, but it's just so small. If you have a good friend you can stay with instead, that might be more comfortable for you.
Uo lives in a tiny apartment, and the Hanajimas are a family of 5. There's no way I could stay with them for months. So? That's fine, Grandpa. After all, I'm going to live alone eventually anyway. This is a chance for me to see if I'm up to the challenge. Even if the only place I can live is in a tent.
I love it.
Sail.
I love it.
Even if typhoons like the one a few days ago threaten to blow me away.
I don't.
Never give up. No matter how small and flimsy, anywhere can be home once you get used to it.
Let's go, Tohru.
And that's her at work, right?
They hired the new girl. Yeah, no kidding.
Damn, Jared.
So she goes to school full time and works and lives in a tent.
And her dad is dead and her mom is dead.
And her grandpa lives on a pension.
And he had to move in with who? He said someone else.
Yeah. He said there was construction on the
Yeah.
house.
She's so optimistic. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I truly don't get it.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think her messing around or getting close with Rizzy Soma is a good idea or a bad idea?
shoot, Jared, that's a loaded question, man.
Yeah. And all this talk about Zodiac.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's going to come in at some point.
Right.
Right? We've seen it so many times already. The little figurines.
Her holding her own banquet of sorts.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, I had no idea what that was all about until we learned about the banquets and the Zodiacs a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like we got a whole lot to learn. But I'm stunned at the fact that she seems so optimistic and positive with everything she's gone through.
Yeah.
Jared, not many people or even characters would be able to be so positive about living in a tent and living on your own.
Yeah.
But she seems to have a different spark in her.
Yeah.
But this Yuki guy, we got to keep an eye on him, man. Seems like a good dude, but no.
No kidding.
I'm so tired of eating out or getting delivery every single night.
The obvious solution is to make dinner.
Except that you complain every time I cook something.
Well, maybe I would stop complaining so much if someone would stop putting pickled radishes in the curry.
As if you're any more competent than I am. Please, you're awful around the house. Two slovenly bachelors like us could really stand to have a woman around.
Slovenly. Oh boy. Don't tell me she's going to move into the house.
Isn't that the girl from this morning? Tohru, right?
Maybe she really does live nearby.
They're going to watch her go in her tent.
Passed away a little while ago. So she could have moved.
But none of the land's been rented. Not outside the family.
They're going to scare the living ish out of her, Joy.
I'm really sleepy, but I still have some homework to finish before tomorrow. I'm feeling a little weak and lightheaded.
Oh no.
I'll wash my face.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
no.
right there.
Oh, okay.
something was strange. The Somas own all the land in this area.
Okay. If I live there just a little longer, I'll leave as soon as the renovations are over, I swear. Please. I don't have a lot of extra money, but I'll pay.
That's a dangerous spot. The cliffs aren't too stable, and there
Oh,
are
you're
creeps
finally
around.
done laughing.
Not to mention a
Right.
young girl can't spend months living alone in a tent.
No, it's all right. I'm even used to the slugs. I promise, I've got the strength and willpower to see this through. So please, just let me.
Oh,
Miss Honda,
get her some water.
she's got a fever.
I'll go grab some ice to help cool her down a little. Though,
Ugh.
take a while.
Okay, yeah, that's why they need a woman in the house, yeah.
Nice analogy.
Not to clean. I'm just saying, not to clean, but to make sure that stuff don't happen.
There, see? What did I just tell you? Part of the cliff has crumbled.
What? It did? But how can you tell?
Oh, I like to call it my animal instinct.
Oh,
Enough joking. Do you know exactly what part of the cliff collapsed?
how awful. Surely it was nowhere near my tent, though.
Surely not.
Hmm.
Where is it then?
Oh, it
Oh,
was
my
on her,
lord.
on her tent.
Mom's picture is still inside.
Jared. She would have been dead.
Calm down.
Yeah.
But she's still in there. She's trapped. I have to get her out. She can't breathe.
Why don't we come back in the morning when there's more light? What if something happened to you? I doubt your mom would want you to get hurt.
I'm sorry. It looks like I've lost my home again.
That must be tough.
She said, I'm sorry.
I mean,
Yeah.
if it hadn't happened.
Was she saying sorry to him? Who she-
Worse than this? Like what?
Like missing the chance to say, see you when you get back.
Hmm.
It was the morning of the day my mom died. I'd stayed up almost all night studying for a quiz.
Damn.
She was leaving for work, but I couldn't wake up. It's the only morning I didn't say it. I always said it, except for that one time.
Wow.
Lately, I'd been thinking about quitting school and getting a job instead. But Mom told me.
I only made it as far as middle school, you know. But I always wished I'd gotten to try the high school girl thing. So you go out there and have those experiences I didn't get to have.
She was the best mom. And I didn't say goodbye. That morning, I didn't even open my eyes to watch her leave. I'm an idiot. Making a bad grade, getting a job. Those things aren't what should have mattered. Mom was. The least I can do now is graduate from high school like she wanted me to. I have to make that dream come true. I can't just lie here and do nothing because of some fever.
Did she fall asleep?
Surprising. She's so cheerful and upbeat at school. Always. I wouldn't have guessed she'd been through so much.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Amazing. How so?
Well, take me and the Somas. I thought I'd broken free of them. But I haven't really. Or I would have bought a tent like Miss Honda. And gone off someplace where they couldn't find me. I'm realizing that I'm spoiled.
It's actually pretty rude, you know. Calling her suffering amazing.
True. Can you take things from here?
Don't tell me you're planning to go dig up the landslide. That's a lot to manage alone.
Is he gonna get that picture?
Alone? I'll have plenty of help.
Oh, snap.
Don't worry about me.
Oh boy, oh boy.
The rats. All right.
Tohru?
Kyoko.
Tohru,
Is that her
Her mother?
mom's name?
you've got a fever again. You don't have to burn yourself out helping with the housework, you know. Just be you, Tohru. And live life at your own pace.
Oh my goodness.
Eventually, you'll catch up.
Damn.
Jared, this is getting real, man.
Yeah.
I don't have time to sleep. I have to dig Mom out.
Good morning.
He already got the photo.
Yeah.
Look.
Yep. Yep.
Yes, good morning.
Here.
Wow.
True Prince
You
Charming.
got all the rest of your things too. But could you check and see?
No way. You mean you moved all that dirt by yourself? But
No, of course not. I couldn't.
then how?
I can't tell you. Well, I'll just bring your things upstairs. I know the house is a mess, but we do have a spare room on the second floor. You can stay here until the renovations at your grandfather's are done.
You couldn't do that.
The bedroom doors all have locks on them.
No, that's not what I meant at all.
Do you enjoy doing chores? Housework? Like cooking and cleaning?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of calming.
Wonderful! Your room's not aired out, so
Oh,
you should open
man.
the window, and I'll get you a copy of the house key too.
I can't. If I moved in here, I'd only be a burden on you.
Miss Honda, we don't consider it a burden, so please just accept. Besides, where else do you have to go?
Okay, but please, if I'm going to impose on you by living here, at least I should know if there are any special rules to follow.
There are none. You should just be you, Miss Honda.
Oh,
Damn.
like her.
Live your life at your own pace.
Isn't that what her mom told her?
Eventually you'll catch up.
That's simple.
Yeah.
Just be you, Tohru.
Soma.
Oh, she's gonna fall. She's gonna fall for him.
Yeah.
Are you sure about this? She is a girl.
You wait until now to ask. It'll be fine just as long as she doesn't hug me.
Why's that?
Like I thought, it is a little stuffy in here. Yuki, open
Is
the
this really all right? It feels too good to be true.
vacuum.
Okay. Wait. Where are Soma's parents? Do they live somewhere else, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Jared.
Oh. They didn't even flinch.
Yo, are you ready for a beating, rat boy? Let's do this.
Honestly, why don't you just accept it already? You're too weak to take me.
Think so, huh? Well, too bad for you. I'm not the same fighter I was before. I'll show you.
I'm sure we can settle this without.
Oh. Oh.
She touched him.
Right.
Was that Kyo's voice I heard?
I'm so sorry.
What happened to him?
He must be a Soma too. Oh.
Yeah, that's him.
So
He was the cat.
maybe Yuki would turn into a rat.
I landed on him wrong and somehow turned him into a cat.
Oh,
I guess.
this is awkward.
all my fault.
Okay,
We
so
should
here's
stop
the
this quick.
thing.
We have to hurry.
He touched it. Look.
Oh my goodness, Jared. A rat and a dog.
Oh my lord. Okay. So Kyo, he must have been a Soma as well,
Okay.
right? So these three brothers, maybe? I don't know if this third one is a brother.
Well, I think Yuki
Or
is
cousin.
cousins with Shigeru.
You're right.
Shigure.
Yeah. So they're all relatives, maybe.
Yeah.
And they all can turn into animals?
Yeah. And I was wondering why Yuki said, as long as she doesn't hug me,
Yeah.
we'll be good. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, does it have something to do with this Zodiac stuff that they're talking about?
Yeah, it probably does.
We got that scene in the story in the beginning about the rat misleading the cat.
Yep.
So did Yuki mislead Kyo? You know, like what's going on here?
Yeah, Kyo was coming back to get his revenge. He's gonna fight Yuki.
Yeah. I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
Right now, thinking about each of those characters and their personalities, I can sort of see each resembling the animal a little bit. Like Shigeru, is his name Shigeru?
I think it's Shigure. That's what I
Shigure.
wrote down. I don't know. Shigure.
Shigure. Sort of seems like the leader of the pack.
Yeah.
The dog.
Ah.
Maybe, I don't know if I can see, what's the other guy? Yuki? As a rat. But, yeah. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I think the knowledge about the Zodiacs or whatever's going on here will come. At least that's what I'm hoping. For me, this first episode hit.
Yeah.
And Jared, I know it hit home for you as well. All this talk about death, losing a father, which we don't know what that's like. Losing a mother, we do. And hearing the conversations that Yuki or Tohru's mother had with her ever since she was a little girl, you can tell that she was a wonderful mother. Similar to how we feel about our mom, Jared.
Yeah.
Our mom raised us, man. She gave us so much advice, so many gems, so much love up until the age of 18. And similar to what Tohru went through, we lost our mom due to what we thought was a freak accident, right? Just here one day, gone the next. From pills. I know Tohru's mom died from a car accident. But I just feel like that hit home so much. And particularly the words that Tohru's mom told her about, be yourself. Enjoy life, essentially, but finish high school because I didn't get to. So it seems like Tohru's living by those words. And that's why she's working so hard.
Yeah.
That's why she's finding a way by any means.
Yeah.
Because she has that internal motivation and the internal voice in her head of her mom telling her to do these things. And then one last thing before I pass it to you, brother. The scene where the tent
was Lord.
crushed by the landslide. She would have been gone.
Yeah.
Or at least trapped. Tell me that's not fate that she came across Prince Yuki and his cousin.
Everything happens for a reason.
Right. Yeah. What you got? Man?
Yeah. No, thinking about our mom, at the time that we're recording this, right? It's our mother's birthday.
It's the craziest thing, man. Craziest thing.
Like sometimes things just happen for a reason. You know, Fruits Basket won the poll.
Wow.
Our first ever recording of the first episode is on our mom's birthday. And
wow.
Tohru's mom, the quote you're talking about, said, just be you and live life at your own pace.
Yeah.
Eventually you'll catch up.
Yeah.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Words to live by.
Yeah. Basically saying, well, she said, I didn't get to experience high school.
Yep.
Right? I'm not telling you you have to experience high school, but go on and experience these things.
Yeah.
I wish I would have. Go on and do it. Live life at your own pace. Do what you got to do. You'll catch up. And like Tohru is the type of girl living in a tent, independent, right? Making her own choice to leave her grandfather's house, basically. You know, she is going to be far ahead a lot of these other kids.
Yeah.
Beautiful first episode.
Yeah, and the way it weaved different storylines in.
Yeah.
Like even the part of her mom telling her about the folktale.
Yeah.
I believe. I'm not exactly sure all the ins and outs about it, but just the storytelling, so beautifully done. And the optimism for me, it was like an overwhelming sense of optimism that just flooded our way. I loved it, man. Very light, but yet dark at the same time, but it's handling difficult topics with so much grace and respect.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah. And when she was talking about the morning that her mother left for work.
Oh my goodness.
Where she didn't get to say, what was her?
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye. And she said it every single time, but this time she stayed up late to study for a quiz.
Yeah.
And didn't get to say goodbye to her mother. That's some real ish right there.
Yeah.
That's as real as it gets. All right. We've had conversations in the past about how we wish we had a chance to say goodbye. Right? We talked to her on the phone at this time, this day before, whatever. But on the day, and that's what I'm sure a lot of people do who lose somebody. Right? If only I had called at 1 p.m. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for this series.
All right. Oh yeah, we're gonna spend some good time with this series. Everybody.
Can I say one more thing?
Please.
So I'm getting the feel of Haikyuu a little bit with just the nature of it, except it's so much deeper.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm going to really enjoy about this.
Yeah.
The depth. I want it to go deep. I want to learn some stuff from this series.
AJ, this was the first episode.
Right.
And it went very deep.
Yeah.
Tragedy. Losing 2 parents. Living in a tent. Having your tent destroyed due to a landslide. Moving in with another person or group of people. Right? Being bounced around. Moving to a different school. At least that's what I think happened.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure. Or starting high school. At such a freaking impressionable time in life, Tohru is handling this damn near perfectly. However, we have to look out for Tohru's emotional capacity. I feel like there's only so much that all of us can deal with until we change or until we just pop.
I thought you were going to say, look out for the Zodiacs.
And look out for the Zodiacs.
Like, what is she stepping into? Is she going to transform into an animal?
I mean, who better than her to deal with these animals?
Literally. You saw all that trash.
Yeah. All right, everybody. This is going to be great. This obviously won the poll for a reason. And just from this first episode, we understand the intrigue.
Yeah.
So we look forward to continuing Fruits Basket. I don't believe we learned much about the name.
The only piece of fruit I saw was an apple on her shirt in this episode.
Okay. But I'm sure we will. And if it's going to spoil anything, don't inform us about the name. Don't break anything down. But please do get in the comments section. We need to hear from all of you. As we mentioned, we will be reading comments before every single reaction or group of reactions, and we can't wait. So type away, everybody. We will see you for episode number 2. Thanks so much for watching.
We love you. We love you. We love you. Do not forget, be kind.
And keep an open mind, everybody.
Peace.